Ironcraft viewers, this is Chaitali and I am back today for another episode of Ironcraft with you guys. Thank you for joining in today and watching this episode. For my guest today, I met her first via Papercrafts magazine. I saw a card that she had published in the magazine and I was drooling over it. And I got the good fortune of actually working on a design team with her. So that was even more of an added bonus to get to really know her. And I'm so glad that she's making her first video appearance on Ironcraft today. Let's go and welcome her. Hey, Vera.
Hi, Shirley. Hi, everyone.
Hey, thank you so much for joining in today for Ironcraft. I'm glad you agreed to do a video appearance and do this interview.
Yeah, it's a bit scary, but I'm excited at the same time.
Aw, thank you. We'll try and make you comfortable. Okay, so I know that you have a really awesome sense of humor, and I definitely do want to talk about your really funny cards. But let's start with how you got started in paper crafting and how you got started on your journey.
Well, it started in '97 when I attended my very first scrapbook class. I think like most people who get into scrapbook, they attended creative memories class, and I got hooked right away and never stopped ever since.
Nice. And
I think like within a year, I got into card making from there.
oh, wow. So you started as a scrapbooker and then got into card making?
Yes, because one of my scrapbook friends is stamping up demonstrator, and it's like, oh, you should try this, and I'm like, oh, sure, and I got hooked right away too. So I love everything with papers.
And then do you still scrapbook or do you do card making only now?
No, I still scrapbooks, but it's more personal, and I'm such a slow scrapbooker, so I don't share it as much on my blog because I'm like, I think everybody else has like a better scrapbook.
Oh, there's no such thing as a better scrapbook. Everyone would love to see your scrapbooks. But I do get what you're saying. Like, it's more personal. You have your own photos and your own memories.
Yeah. And I mean, I do share here and there, but not that much.
Oh, cool. We would love to see some of your scrapbooks too. And then, so back to the card making, do you think your style has changed over the years? I went back, and looked at some of your blogs from right when you started blogging till today. So tell me, what do you feel? Has your style changed?
Oh, definitely.
How?
Oh my God, if I look at my first card, I was like, what was I thinking?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, it's the basic style still kind of the same because I always love clean and simple style, but yeah, like the coloring part or just like the details part definitely changed. And I used to not liking doing flowery card. I used to just like anything with cute critters and stuff, and now I find myself doing more flowery card than critters card. Big change.
Is it because there are more awesome flowery and critter stamp sets out there now?
Yes, yeah.
Wow.
But I'm trying to be selective.
Nice. We love your style.
Thank you.
So I think what you're best known for, at least to me, is that you have a huge list of cards and paper crafts published. So I really wanted to, pick your brain and get some tips today on getting published. So tell me, how do you keep track of, when the calls come out, and then how do you start brainstorming for the different calls that are out for publishing?
Well, usually, I mean, I got the email with saying the new publication coming out, and I usually print it out right away, and first thing I notice is when's the deadline. I am a little bit of a procrastinator, so I tend to work closer to the end of the deadline, so that's why it's really important for me to know when's the deadline. But usually, once I print it out, I kind of start brainstorming like, okay, what kind of cards I want to make based on the call, and I spent a lot of time on Pinterest and just looking for ideas, but I don't just looking at cards on Pinterest. I tend to look at stuff outside cards actually, like from design graphic or advertisement or even fashion, because there's just so many ideas you can get from there. So, and I just like, I'm not very organized. I know a lot of people do using organizer to keep track of their day.
Uh-huh.
I'm not that type. So
You
I
just
usually,
be it.
so I usually just print out all the calls and just kind of put it on my desk and go through it every few days just to remind myself when's the deadline. So
Right.
no special trick.
All right. It looks like the special trick actually is that you just go for it and go submit to, every call, even if you have just one or two ideas, like just go ahead and do it.
Yes, I do a lot of sketching though. When I'm collecting the ideas,
Uh-huh.
I have I usually have my sketchbook and just kind of sketch like what kind of card I want to make, and I would put notes like what material or what companies I want to use, and
Mhm.
so at least I kind of have an idea, where to go from.
See, this is, I think, a trend I've seen from getting all my iron crafters and, in the interviews. All great card makers have a sketchbook where they write all their ideas. And so, iron craft viewers, if you get to steal a sketchbook from any of these great card makers, you are going to be able to do some great things too.
Oh, but if you look at my sketch, you'll be like, what the heck is this sketching?
The sketch
It's
does
not,
not,
it's not like
it
a good
doesn't look like the final card at all. Only you understand
idea.
it. Nice. I think that brings me, to the next question about, you said you write down, what supplies you want to use, what manufacturers, and so on. So one thing I've always heard with publishing is that you have to use the latest supplies and you have to use the latest things. So how do you reconcile that with someone who's crafting on a budget?
Well,
There's no
I always
budget.
have on a budget actually. I don't.
Okay, that's a good tip. No budget.
Yeah, no, I like to. Some people, even some of my friends, actually asking, why were you even keep track of how much you spend on stamps? Are you crazy? And I just like I'm always budget conscious. So my thing would be you could follow the trend, but don't let it. How do I say it? Don't let it be. Don't let the trend controlling you. you
Mm-hmm.
know so I always just buy stuff that I really love, even if it's not on trend, or if something is on trend but I don't like it, or I'm just not my style, then I don't bother to spend money on buying those sets.
Right.
Stick to companies that you really like, I guess.
Uh-huh.
And also a lot of time with the publication, especially like with papercraft and scrapbooking magazine,
Yeah.
you got a publication incentive, publication payment, I guess. And
Oh.
I use that to pay for my supplies. So I don't really
Oh.
dip into my own personal savings.
That is one of the best kept secrets. Like a lot of people, when you think about why should I publish? Why should I like spend all this time making something and then I can't even put it on my blog?
Right?
People, that is a way to get your crafting supplies. That is a way to
Oh,
make your hobby free.
and also not only that, besides the payment from the magazine,
Uh-huh.
several companies actually also pay you in products if you using their supplies and it get published. So it's like you get double payment.
Oh wow, yeah, that's I forgot about that one. That's called a publishing incentive, and I know a lot
Yeah.
of companies give that. Cool.
Yeah.
So that is exactly why you guys should go ahead and try out and try to get published. And
Exactly.
if people you are not aware of Vera's credentials, she has a boatload of stuff published. Like I said, just go look at her resume on her blog. So take this advice from her and go get published and get your free hobby dollars. Nice. So tell us about, what was the first time when you ever got published? Like, what was your feeling? And just let us relive that moment with you. Tell us about it.
I remember that was for card creations.
Mhm.
I for 2011. I don't remember which volume is that, but that's for card creations that's coming out in 2011. And
Mhm.
I got the notice on the email, and I think I was doing a happy dance. I was at work, So I did those silent screaming, I said, and just like do my own happy dance and call my husband.
And then you came home and then screamed actually.
Yes, exactly. Because at the office, you don't want people to think you're crazy.
You don't want to tell them that you got published and this is what it is and everything.
Yeah, I don't want to shock people. Like, why is he suddenly screaming?
Nice. Cool. So that is actually another I guess reason to go try and get published. Like the feeling never gets old. It's
Oh,
like you were
it's always
telling me.
exciting.
Yeah. So you're always happy about, getting one email and feeling happy about it. Cool. All right. So the other thing then, let's change track a little bit and talk about this one awesome thing that I know you do every year, and that is caring huts. I
Yeah.
know it's early in the year, but I really wanted to bring this up in this interview because this is perfect for thinking about Christmas in July, and I know that people need to get started early, but tell us about, what it is, how can we participate, and I want to get the discussion going.
Well, okay, Caring Hearts Card Drive starts, this year would be its fifth year. It
Nice.
started with my mom suggesting that, hey, you have a bunch of these cards just sitting there. Why don't you send it to some people who could use some cheering up? And I'm like,
Mhm.
ooh. And it's like, well, it's almost Christmas, and there's a lot of elderly that living in nursing homes that a lot of time they don't even have family member left, or they just
Mhm.
forgotten. And so I always love doing charity works, and it's something that my mom raised me with. So I'm like, okay, I'll give it a try. I have no clue how to do a card drive, but I asked Jennifer McGuire for some advice, and she's so helpful. She's one of my favorite card maker, and so it starts from there. The first year we collected about 750 cards, and then
Wow.
we supported, maybe like about five or six nursing homes at that time.
Uh-huh.
And as it grows and I team up with Jennifer, it totally took off. And last year we received over 3,500 cards, and we supported over 22 nursing homes in U.S. and in Canada. So it will this year it will start in October. Usually the start of the card drive is the same time as the World Card Making Day,
Uh-huh.
and it lasts until the end of November. And all you need to do is just sending Christmas or holiday cards, and with notes on the inside. It could be handwritten, or if you just want to stamp it, it works too. And just put sign like who it's from and where you're from, and that's it. And we will have the address listed once we have the blog post up for the card drive.
Awesome. That is really cool. And you get a lot of sponsors too to make things a little fun and exciting, right?
Yes, yes, because even though I know a lot of people doing it just because they love sharing their cards, but it's a
It's
lot of
fun to have
companies
that.
also love to give back, and it's just a good extra incentive, I guess, for people to
Yes,
donate their
definitely. I think the reason itself is like so much more than enough. I mean, like I think all of us have, these boxes of cards sitting at home where you're not doing anything with them. So this
cards.
is going to go out to people who will absolutely appreciate it. And I cannot tell you, like it's so much fun when somebody opens your card and they did not expect a handmade one and they're like, wow, this is so cool. So that's really cool.
Yeah, and then every now and then I got one or two people write back saying how much they love
Wow.
receiving the card, and how they each check each other card, who it's from, where it's from, because we got cards all the way from Indonesia, Germany, Spain, like everywhere. So for the residents that receiving the cards, it's always like a fun game too. Like, oh, where your cards from?
Nice.
So
That's so cool. So you get cards from people all over the world, and then you're sending it to people here who really in US and Canada. Is that what you said?
yes, yes.
Cool. And so last year it was 3,500, right?
over 3,500.
Over 3,500. All right. So, Minecraft viewers, we are going to take up the challenge. We're going to do it more than 5,000 this year. Let's do it. We're doing this interview so early and giving you this heads up so early because we want to go above 5,000 this year. So everyone get going, get your craft supplies out, and start crafting right now.
I know it's our 5th year, so I'm really hoping we can keep continuing.
Yeah, 5th year 5,000, right?
Right?
Nice. I really hope it goes up this year. I think it's a really awesome cause, and it's not just that it's holiday time, you're bringing a cheer to someone who really needs it, but really you have a box of cards at home. If you're not using it, go ahead and send it out to something that'll make someone happy.
Yes, please.
Nice. Okay, so back to you, and let's talk more about you. What do you do when you're not crafting? What are other things you do?
Well, I love playing with my dogs. Those are my kids. I love reading. I love going to the movies. And when my boss allows me to take time off, I like to travel.
Oh, nice. So do you work? You work during the week?
Yes, I work full time as purchasing manager for a construction company here in Houston. So yeah, that keeps me busy or pretty crazy sometimes. But
you're a nighttime crafter too.
Yes, card making is my way of relaxing. Actually, my way of just disconnect from thinking about work, thinking from other stressful things. So pretty papers make me happy.
Nice. It's a great way to de-stress. I know what you're talking about. So, speaking of your furry friends, by the way, do we get to see them today?
Right now, actually, somehow Eli, I think, and Abby, they're with their dad. Their dad is keeping them busy, so we can do this. Otherwise, they'll try to climb on me.
Oh, so you have two of them?
Yes, I got Eli, a pet, and Abby is our rescue mat. And those two, like 2 peas in a pod, they love to snuggle, and a lot of time they both would like to sit on my lap. So sometimes I craft with Eli sitting on my lap. Abby is a little bit bigger, so it's a bit harder to craft with her on my lap.
So are they around you when you're crafting? Are they allowed in the craft room area?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, Eli is really my little shadow. He follows me everywhere. So the dogs have their own big bed here in the craft room, and although most of the time Eli would rather sit on my lap, but yeah, the dogs allowed everywhere. They rule the house.
Nice, that's so cute. I hope we get to see. I know I've seen pictures of them on your Facebook feed and elsewhere, so I hope we get to see more of them on your blog and in other places. That'll be cool.
I think I'll be the crazy dog lady.
Aw, no, they're so cute. They're like really cute. I know you have your the profile picture on your blog is with your dog, right? That's so cute.
Yes, that's really Eli's my baby.
Nice, very nice. Cool. All right. So we are now at the point where this is the rapid fire round, and the interview is incomplete without one. So are you ready?
I'll try.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you questions. You have to try and respond super fast. All right. Let's get going. If your craft room was disappearing, I know it's a scary thought, but if your craft room was disappearing and you had time to save 3 objects from there, what would you grab?
My paper trimmer.
Okay.
Yeah. 3.
Yes, just 3.
It's like torture. My silhouette cameo.
Okay.
I have my cameo. That's my major thing. And then my paper trimmer, and let's see. Actually,
2 is enough.
as long as I get my cameo and my paper trimmer, that's the major thing.
Really? No stamps, no inks, no paper?
Well, the stamps, I mean, come on. Just one stamp?
Yes, just one. Well, you can grab something else if you think you can do without the
Okay,
stamps.
okay, that would be my whole box of stamps then.
Okay, if you're well organized, you can take the box.
Yeah, let's all the stamps that's my favorite is in one big box, or those I could carry.
Cool, yeah. So I guess this is a tip for everyone that you have to keep like an emergency earthquake kit or something, keep an emergency crafting kit, and then you can just grab that and go.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's how I have mine organized. Like if you see this behind, the middle
Yeah,
one, the blue one, has like all my favorite ones, and I grab that and run.
I know, although most likely I would have to grab my dogs first.
Aw. Yeah, that's true. Okay, if you could be any flavor of ice cream, what would it be?
Ice cream? Pistachio.
Pistachio, wow, I like that one. Nice, good choice. Okay, a bunch of would you rather questions. Would you rather be an apple or a banana?
Banana.
Okay, why?
I don't know, I just like the banana more than apple.
Okay. Would you rather be invisible or be able to read minds?
Invisible.
Okay, I agree. You can get a lot of craft supplies that way.
No, but it's just that I'm a shy person, so sometimes I wish I have the ability to be invisible when I'm in the crowd.
Oh,
Makes me
I'm
like,
glad you don't have that today. I mean, if you disappear on the video, that would be scary for us.
oh yeah,
Okay. Would you rather be the most popular person or the smartest person?
smartest, without a
Oh,
doubt. I would
cool.
rather be smart.
Nice. Would you rather go without television or without fast food for the rest of your life?
Without fast food.
Okay, you need the TV.
Yes, I have. I don't watch a lot of TV, but I do have my favorite shows that I have to follow.
Cool. Would you rather be stranded on a deserted island alone or with someone you don't like?
Alone.
Alone is better. You won't have craft supplies too. Think about that.
I think being alone, but at least you're happy, or you could be on an island with someone that you don't like, then you'll be miserable. It's
Oh,
better to be
yeah, that's
miserable by
true.
yourself, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, now it's time to give me three poses for the camera.
Yikes! Okay, I have to pause with my
Okay.
cups then. Coffee.
Cool. Pose two.
Okay, pose two. Oh, this is so hard.
Show us some crafting supply.
Crafting supplies. I got too many crafting supplies around here.
It's
Oh,
like,
here,
please
my
doesn't show everything.
this is always a conversation starter because it's my iPhone cover is a minion.
Okay. Oh, show us that.
Minion.
Cool. Thank you. And third pose.
I was hoping Eli would be here, but he's not here, so I guess just smile.
Okay, that does it. Thank you. Nice. All right. So now, since this is Ironcraft, this was my time to get crafty with you. And we both use the same ingredients. I'm actually really glad to have this company sponsor our episode today. Thank you, Riley and Company, for sponsoring our episode today. If you folks go to their website and go to their Funny Bones section, you will see that they have some really hilarious and awesome sentiments. And Vera first introduced me to them, so I'm glad to introduce you all to this today. Because of that, and because, Vera has this funny sense of humor in making her cards, I was really stoked to have them as our sponsor. What we are using today is this set from them. This is called Popping Out of Cake Riley, and you'll see that this is Riley. This is the person on all of their stamp sets. So this is the one we are using. And do you have your card ready?
Yep, I got my cards ready.
All right, let's see yours.
There you go.
Oh, wow, it's pretty similar, both of us. I think this is a combination you would like. Tell me more about yours first.
Well, it's totally my style. It's clean and simple and cute, and it's using all my favorite colors there. Uh,
Nice.
the pattern paper is from Dear Lizzie paper pad,
Mm-hmm.
and the rest is just from Ride and Company.
Oh, awesome. And you, I saw that you cut this curve. I must ask, did you use the real dice to do that?
No, I actually use my old tool, my Creative Memories oval cutter, and I
Oh.
cut from the pattern paper and then the gold vellum paper.
Oh, nice. That gives a really nice edge. Okay, so I did use the color scheme that I thought you'd be really proud of. I went more pink and, lighter colors. And then this edge was from one of your recent Riley cards. I took a sketch from that. I think I flipped it over. You had it the other way. And I really loved that. I recently got these dice. I was like, I must try
Yeah,
it.
I love the colors and I love the sequins.
Thank you. Yeah, I did put in, I went crazy with the sequence. So
Super cute.
that's what I have. So thank you, Tanya, for sponsoring our episode today. And we have not one, but five giveaways happening today. So I have them all right here. Look at that, people. We have five stamps to give away to five winners from the comments today. And all you have to do is leave a comment on the Iron Craft post and answer this question that Vera is going to ask. What's the question, Vera?
Okay, my question would be outside of paper crafting, what is your passion? Like for me, my passion is dog rescue. So what's your passions that keeps you going or that you like to I guess that you like to support?
Awesome. That's a cool question. So tell us, people, what your passion is outside of paper crafting. And this is a great way actually to get to know, Iron Craft viewers and readers. And I would love to know what are other things you do outside of paper crafting, where I would love to know you guys too. So tell us what your passion is outside of paper crafting. And thank you everyone for joining in today for Iron Craft. Thank you, Vera, for being the guest today.
Thank you for having me.
Cool. Thank you. And I'll see you guys next time. See ya.